kind of like my heroes, my role models.
They are. Well, good. We share them because they're our heroes too.
And General Mormon, when General Mormon was fighting with the Lamanites, and the Nephites decided they wanted to go into the Lamanite lands and have a war of revenge.
That was their first mistake.
And that was a mistake because and General Mormon said he refused to be their leader anymore because he did not want to do that. And they went ahead without him, and they were sorry.
Got the socks whipped off of him.
Yeah, they were sorry. So I want to ask your opinions about when President Hinckley gave his talk about the Iraq War, and how he said that his feelings and opinions were based on what was written in the Book of Mormon, and he quoted Captain Moroni. So what are your feelings about the Iraq War?
Well, the Founding Fathers never would have done it. The Founding Fathers said, don't ever invade another country to straighten it out, because it will fail. And all you'll do is drain our blood and treasure out, and it will not succeed. And so I wanted President Bush to be a success, and the next thing I know, he's declaring war on Iraq. Well, it was Saudi Arabia that knocked down our two centers. They weren't from Iraq. Then I found out that the Bush family has a big oil contract with Saudi Arabia. So we've got a grandson over there flying one of those. What do they call them?
Helicopters?
What?
A helicopter?
They're helicopters, but it's the big one with two propellers.
Is it called Apache?
It's called Chinook.
Oh, Chinook.
The Chinook plane.
Oh, the Chinook.
And he flies in supplies and flies the wounded back.
Oh, wow. How's he handling that?
And while he's been gone, he's had a little baby. Wife is, she's in Georgia at their last training camp. And so we would pray for him night and morning that he'll make it.
Yeah. So do you feel it was kind of an unconstitutional war?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I knew that he had orders from somebody to start that war, because he announced that we were going to go in.
Yeah.
And it was very unpopular. Sometimes we don't remember that, but it was very unpopular. And they have a controlled press. They just kept hammering, this is the thing to do, and this is important. We've got to pull Hussein down. And he was just a horrible brute. But the founders said, don't go into other countries to solve their problem. Make them solve them themselves. And let everybody know that they've got to solve them themselves.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of different countries with
dictators,
isn't there? So
yeah,
there's no way we could...
5 other big dictators that were as bad as Hussein.
So 5.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're all bad. All those guys.
They're wicked men.
Yep.
And the one that ordered the war, which is the International Banking Group.
They ordered the war?
Yeah, sure. Oh, that's where they make money. You got to build planes, got to build tanks. You got to spend money like it was water. And that's what we've done.
Yeah. Going
deeply, deeply into debt. Not even bad. We're not even blinking about it. So, it's a war, so we got to spend this. Well, that's what these international bankers thrive on.
So they were the ones that ordered the war.
They always do.
They always do.
And when at a certain point, when they've exploited it like they did Vietnam, see, we lost that war. It was ridiculous. We had a bunch of socialists running it. They didn't know how to run a war. Yeah. And they wouldn't let the military do it. So we were beaten in that war.
Yeah.
Only war we ever lost, Vietnam.
That was an unconstitutional war too, wasn't it?
Sure. And we had an unconstitutional war in Korea,
Right.
and we've had several unconstitutional wars. See, they just go fight on. They say, we'll start a war now. Gonna make some more money.
Mm-hmm.
And our steel mills aren't being used very much. And we need to have them going. But just think of the boys who've died already.
Yeah, that makes me sad.
It's unnecessary. It was absolutely unnecessary.
And all the
Because
innocent.
there are two religious groups in Iraq. In Iraq. Now that their dictator is gone, they can fight each other again like they have for hundreds of years.
And now it's a civil war.
And each one of them wants to annihilate the other. That's part of their religion. This damnable religion that was dreamed up by Muhammad, uninspired in every respect, it makes murderers out of people and suicide bombers out of people. And it's a terrible religion.